Welcome back, everybody. Well, welcome me back, I guess, because I have been MIA for the past several months. I don't have to do the whole disclaimer, I know you guys know, but I'm in graduate school, so sometimes it's hard for me to record. You might see my puppy dog walking around. This past week, I've just been like, I need to record, and I need to create some content and bring some stuff to you guys because I noticed that my numbers are increasing, and that's exciting. Not by much. It's nothing like it's not even like 50 people, but it's exciting for me and I appreciate you guys. Those of you who comment, those of you who like and watch my stuff, and it's just really nice to have some interaction on my channel. I just want to give a brief update about myself for those of you who follow what I've been talking about with my graduate school stuff and just sort of like where I'm at as a human being. Some of you may not like this, so if you want, you can skip ahead and I'll go ahead and put the marker for where my actual content starts for what my purpose of the video is. I'll put that in the description box for those of you who don't really want to stick around and listen to my life shit. I'm also going to be drinking some tea out of one of my new thrift cups that I got because he's so cute. The little ghosties. They're just like so traditional Halloween ghosties. I'm still chugging through my first year of grad school. My year will end in about 8 weeks, so I still have a little bit to go. I'm still at my internship working with the kiddos at the elementary school, which is going really well. Also going to put a vlog that I recorded on my way home from work one day for my internship, and it was an interaction that I had with one of my clients' parents that really inspired me. So in order to give you guys a better picture of what I do in my internship, I'm going to post that. I have about 25 clients on my caseload, which is a lot, but I'm able to group a lot of them into a 6th grade group counseling setup. So I'm teaching kids valuable skills for middle school, social skills, emotional skills, and also just like regular life skills. They're loving it. I'm loving having them. They're wonderful. They're all students who are struggling socio-emotionally. Some have autism, some have Asperger's, some have just regular social skills deficits. It's been so fun. It's obviously my first group counseling experience, so I've actually found that I love group counseling. I love the whole, like, just everything about it. I love the supportive nature of it. I love that it helps people grow. I love facilitating it. Like, I just feel like my personality and my nature is just kind of congruent with what a facilitator needs to be for a group counseling. So I just love sort of being able to talk to several people at one time, which is interesting because I'm actually terrified of presenting. Like, I still do it. I thought I would hate like that setting, but I love it. I love everything about it. I'll go into that. That's not really the point of today. I'll go into that another time, like details about it. And if people are curious, just let me know because I love talking about it. I'll talk about it for hours. I wanted to just mention this too. Like, it is becoming hard for me and it kind of makes me a little depressed feeling when I feel like I have to devote most of my attention to my career, which is okay. I'm building a career. I'm getting educated. I'm getting my master's degree. It's a lot. And it calls for me to be very professional. I know I'm not the only one that has to do this, so that's sort of comforting when I see other people who consider themselves alternative that also have the same struggle. It's hard because I feel like I'm not able to be as creative with my look and my aesthetic and sort of my interest because I do spend a lot of my time devoted to learning and going to work and going to internship and stuff. So anyway, I like to sort of express my vulnerabilities because I feel like that helps other people as well. So it is something that I'm struggling with right now. But I know I'll get through it. I know that I have a way of making my aesthetic professional and still feeling comfortable and still feeling like I'm expressing myself. So I know I'll be okay. All right, I'm done with that. Today, I am so excited because I don't have a lot of money right now. I'm a graduate student. I'm very like on a tight budget, obviously. I don't currently work, but I did get my tax returns in January. So that was exciting. And I kind of like saved a lot of it, or like I put a lot on my credit card so that I was able to sort of help myself out in terms of like if I need like clothes or I need food, whatever. I want to say that before I have people like, how do you have all this stuff when you're a graduate student, you don't have any money? Well, I saved up a lot of my tax return, so that's what happened. I'm going to talk about my favorites as of March into April, because this is stuff that I bought in March. So my March/April favorites, my spring favorites. So first of all, I'm going to talk about my favorite podcast. I'm a big podcast listener. Like, I just love podcasts. And today I'm going to mention two. One of them is like a more like it's called Fake Goth Girls, and it's me and Liz. They're on Instagram and Twitter. I'll just put it in the description box. So Fake Goth Girls is their podcast, and they basically talk about nerd culture. They talk about self-help, which is really awesome. They take like quizzes. They just like talk about their lives. But it's really interesting because you can relate to a lot of it if you're have the same interest. So I love their podcast. Also, this one has been like, oh my god, like life-changing. I did not know that you could binge listen to a podcast, but you can. The Black Tapes. So I actually heard about this from Fake Goth Girls. One of the girls, Liz, was talking about it. And so I checked it out and I was like, okay. Basically, it's a horror podcast. So they talk about like they follow a story for the whole first season and they tell a horror story. It covers everything from like shadows, apparitions, to demons, to dead girls who come back and haunt people outside of their windows. Like, but it's all the same story. It's all part of the same season. So it's, oh my god, it's so amazing, you guys. Like, it's fucking awesome. And I binge listened. I'm so used to saying binge watched a lot of episodes in a lot of hours. I don't even know how many, but it was a lot. And then I got my boyfriend addicted to it. It was just like a fucking chain reaction. If you like podcasts, definitely check that out. There are other ones that are similar to it, but so far it's been the best one that I found. My favorite TV show right now, and this is seriously shameful, and this is like literally on Netflix, it's under Guilty Pleasures. Teen Mom OG. So it's like the original Teen Mom, but now where they are, so their kids are like, 5, 6, whatever. And it talks about where they're at now, and it's so stupid. I think it's just the social worker in me, like the social scientist in me that likes to watch this type of stuff. But I like reality shows because it just kind of like gives you a glimpse into other people's lives and other people's experiences, and I think it's super interesting. So my friend Clara constantly gets me in trouble with this because she'll be like, oh, a new episode just aired, and I'm just like, fuck off, like, why did you tell me that? So I love her. I love Clara, but she just fucking screws me with this Teen Mom bullshit. So I've been watching that. My favorite game, I'm gonna go there with like, I gotta kind of embrace my nerd culture and say I got a DS, so like the 3D one or whatever, with part of my tax return I got a used one, and like way late on this train, of course, and I haven't had one since I was little, and like the Pokemon games like Red, Blue, blah blah blah, like those were out. I have not had one, but I bought one. My boyfriend convinced me and himself to get one. So we both have one. He has like the gold edition, like the Zelda edition, and I just have like the basic 3DS. So I got Animal Crossing. It has become a part of my daily life. And my daily life is like very like scheduled and serious, and like I have to go to internship, I have to go to class, I have to do this, right? I have to do this 5-page paper, and then there's Animal Crossing, and somehow that just like fit in there. Basically, an animal version of The Sims. You're a mayor of a town. For those of you who don't know, it's very popular in like the nerd subculture, but yeah, you basically just walk around and you're a fucking mayor and you water the trees and shake the trees for money, and I wish that was real life because it's not really how it works, but it's so good. So I find myself like I'll be laying in bed at night like, fuck, I have to check my town. My town's called Meow Town. So yeah. Once you move out of your parents' house and you have your own house, household items become a freaking huge thing, especially if you're alternative, because then you get to customize the fuck out of your house. Like, you don't just find stuff well, sometimes you do, but like you don't really just go to Target and be like, oh, that's perfect for my house. Like, there have to be very custom things, right? Thankfully, I live an hour outside of LA, and I'm gonna do a little shop drop here, but thankfully we only live like, an hour or so from LA. And Melrose, and if you haven't been to LA, Melrose would be the best place to go, especially if you're alternative. There's like tattoo shops and piercing shops and like even like all kind of alternative food places to eat. It's just a strip of amazingness. I'm gonna give a huge shout out is Monster Go-Go. So it's a Creepsville 666 shop. That's on Melrose. Here's their little card. I love them. The girl that was there was super friendly. Yeah, horror home of Creepsville 666, the original Scareware. So that's where the Creepsville comes from. So Monster Go-Go. If you're sort of like the horror alternative, like campy horror is your thing, like that's probably going to be your place to go. I'm going to share some of the stuff that I got there, and it's in two categories. It's in household items and like cosmetic stuff, and this is the stuff. So I really was in need of coasters. I had these amazing like foam Frankenstein monster oh my god, coasters, and you probably all know by now, but I have an African gray named Poncha Bird, and he decided to like go after them. He pooped on them and he ripped them up. Like the most insulting things he could have done, he did. He destroyed them and he shit on them. I got new ones. So I got a Dracula coaster, and they're like nice. They're good wood ones. Like ceramic wood. Awesome. And then I also got a Creature from the Black Lagoon. You should have seen me. I was so torn on which ones to get, and the lady was like, well, no one ever really buys the Creature, so like maybe you should get him. And then like no one ever really buys, they had an Eddie Munster and like a Grandpa and a Marilyn and a Lily, and like they're like nobody ever buys Eddie. So I'm like, I'll come back and I'll get all of them because I have several tables in my house. But for now I did get these two. Cosmetics. So I needed a new makeup bag because mine was just black and that wasn't good enough at the time. So I got this makeup bag. It's a Toxic Toons makeup bag. So it's very, very cool. It's very like soft. And I didn't even, wasn't even one of those things where it was like I have to decide which one I want because I was just the one. Really quickly, in case anyone lives in LA, the LA County area, or even like the Inland Empire of California, Southern California, there is this thing, Monsterpalooza, that happens. I think it actually happens probably across the country, I don't really know, but it happens in Pasadena from April 22nd to the 24th. So this year they're going to have Adrienne Barbeau from Escape from New York, Nick Castle from Halloween, Doug Bradley from Hellraiser, and Linda Blair from The Exorcist. She's amazing because she's actually an animal activist. I just want to put that out there for everyone who lives here. It's actually my boyfriend's, but I was excited about it too. It's cryptic art by Eric Uncle Pigor, so basically that's his full name. And so yeah, it's the guy who did all the art for Wednesday 13 and the Murder Dolls, like all their album art. He did that. And he also did my boyfriend's old band Vagabond. He did their album artwork as well. So I'll try to put a picture in if I can figure out how to do that, if I can amp up my YouTube skills. Put that in there. But basically, he did their artwork and he's amazing. So I'll just kind of put inside, but that's him. It's a very interesting looking person. And so yeah, he does all the artwork for Murder Dolls and Wednesday 13 and all that stuff. So that was a book that we got also at Monster Go-Go. Because I like Trader Joe's so much, I thought I would do a food category, which I think people do. I think I did it before in my other favorites video, but I'm going to do it. I don't care. I shop at Trader Joe's. I'm obsessed with Trader Joe's. That's the only place that I shop really because it's down the street and I think it's affordable and they have really good food. They have mostly organic food and they have a lot of like vegetarian and vegan options. Starting out, and I'm so late on this too, I feel like, but cookie butter, fucking good. Fucking good on crackers, fucking good on a lot of things. So, so good. Yeah, so it's an alternative to peanut butter. And I want to say, maybe it's vegan. I don't think it is. I picked up these really good. These are vegan. These mushroom like rice noodle bowls. So they're soup. It's easy to go. Take it with you. Like if you go to school, which I do. If you don't want to have to buy some shit when you go there, you just bring this. And it's from Thailand, so it's like an Asian meal, yeah, like Thailand. And so I haven't tried them yet, but I'm going to put it in my favorites anyway because I was excited about it. Last, like a little snack, partially popped popcorn from Trader Joe's. It's basically the kernels of popcorn, but you can eat that. So this is Earl of Men's Tea, and it's from this place called Dragon Marsh. This is not like a franchise or anything. This is basically an alternative spiritual store, so they sell like crystals and they sell like other rocks and teas and incense and candles, that type of stuff. So it's very spiritual based. It's very much based on like warding off negative energies and sort of like fighting spells and that type of stuff. I actually just got my quartz crystal there the other day, and it's been actually working quite well for me. They have a lot of sages. I have been polishing off my Monster High doll collection. I have most of like the core ones. I think I have most of them. And I made a little shelf for them and everything, so I'm kind of like finalizing that collection because I also, like other people, was very upset with the news that they were changing the Monster High dolls to look less scary because I think that's stupid as hell. And that's why they were created, is to show people that it's okay to be yourself, and if you're different than other people, that's actually good and you should embrace it. And you can tell the difference when you go look at them in the store. You can see the very like plainness of the dolls, and they're just like modifying them. And I don't understand because they already have like Ever After High dolls. We went to the Mattel store, which is close by us, which is wonderful to live in California because all the stuff is close by. So it's the Mattel store in Pomona, and it's wonderful. They have so many. It's not like massive or anything, but they have a lot of good stuff. So we went there to look for Monster High dolls. So Monster High Frightfully Tall dolls, and yeah, I got Elizabeth, and she's one of my favorites. I just love her aesthetic. I love her personality. I just love everything about her. Daughter of a Vampire is her. So I can never find her in the regular size, but I ended up getting this fucking massive one. And I also got a Frankenstein, so that was really exciting. And that's the last thing I'm going to talk about. My partner and I went to the Lip Service warehouse in Boyle Heights, LA. And he wanted to get some pants because he only wears the Lip Service pants. And I ended up getting quite a few actually, which was exciting. And I didn't really get any clothes, I just got a purse. I was really, really excited about this purse. And it's massive because I love to put all the shit I can fit into a bag and carry it with me. I love having huge bags. It's really a staple of my style. So I got this purse. So it's kind of like Mars Attacks, Coneheads mix. It's Iron Fist. It was a sample, so it wasn't even like something that, I don't know, other people might have it, I don't know, but from what he told me, it wasn't really something that they sold. It was just a one-time item. So they happened to have it at like the bottom of this bag of shit at Lip Service, and I was so excited. It was $25. Like, oh, the purses are $25, and I was like, I'll take them all. But I only took one. We went to the Manic Panic store. So I know they have one in NYC, like it's an NYC brand, but they have one in Melrose. They have like, you know, an oddity store that I talked about previously in my other videos. They have like everything. So that's everything I have today, everyone. I just wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to put myself out there again because it's been a while, and I hope that everyone is doing really well. All right, tomorrow I go back to, you know, internship. I go back to school for the week, so I may not put anything else out for a little while. I apologize. Let me know what you want to see next. I could do like a Q&A if we wanted to. We'll upload the video that my partner and I made together so you can get an idea of what he's like. Follow me on Instagram if you're not. And Tumblr. I'll have that all in my description. So those are my main social media outlets that I'm using. Like I have a Twitter also, so I can upload that. But Twitter just always seems like, I feel like it's not just me, but like even other content creators or other YouTubers or whatever, podcasters, don't like get a lot of feedback on their Twitter, I've noticed. And I'm the same. I have had the same experience. Like I just get some random people every once in a while that'll like heart my tweet or like my tweet or however it works. So maybe I need to be more active or something. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys need any clarification on any items that I showed you. And all right, I will see you guys next time. Bye.